Good day, everyone. This is your teacher Justina, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. And if you are new, then do not forget to like, share, and to comment below. And also, do not forget to hit the notification bell for more video updates. Our video for today is all about finding the restricted value and domain of a rational expression. Okay, how to find the domain of a rational expression? Okay, given 2x minus 3 over x. So first is we are going to get the denominator. So the denominator is x. Thus, we have to equate it to 0. And what is this 0? So 0 is a restricted value. So if 0 is our restricted value, thus we can now set the domain. The domain will be, it's a set of all x such that x should not be equal to 0. Question number 2, x squared minus 2x plus 6 over 6. Since our denominator is a constant, so when we say constant denominator, so the domain will be set of all x's such that x is an element of a real numbers. Okay, example number 3, 5 minus 4x over x minus 3. Again, our denominator is x minus 3. And as I've said, it will be equated to 0. Then we will be getting the value of x. Thus, the negative 3 will be transposed. Thus, this 3 is already our restricted value. So if this is our restricted value, thus, our domain will be set of all x such that x is not equal to 3. In other words, all values of x could be except that positive 3. The next one is 7x plus 6. So, 7x plus 6 has a denominator of 3 minus 5x. Thus, we are going to copy our denominator 3 minus 5x equals 0. And then the negative 5x will be on the left side because we will be getting the value of x. And that 3 will be transposed. Then that will become negative 3. And thus, the x is with a negative 5. We will be using the negative 5 as our common divisor. So therefore, our x is equal to negative 3 rather, divided by negative 5 is equal to positive 3/5. Thus, that 3/5 is our restricted value. So our domain will be set of all x such that x should not be equal to 3 over 5. Let us have this next example, x minus 7 over 2x plus 4. Okay, we will be copying the denominator. 2x plus 4 is equal to 0 and 2x is equal to negative 4. And we will be getting the value of x. So we will divide both by 2. So x is equal to negative 2. Negative 4 divided by 2 is negative 2. And that negative 2 is our restricted value. So therefore, our domain will be settable x such that x should not be equal to negative 2. Another example, 5x cubed over 2x squared minus 8. Thus, 2x squared minus 8 is equal to 0. And then we need to transpose first the negative 8. It will become positive 8. And since the x squared has a 2 beside it, we will be dividing both by 2. Thus, x squared is equal to positive 4. But this time, we will be expecting two restricted values. Why? Because our x has an exponent of 2. So for that, we will be, we are going to recall uh, the difference of two squares. So x squared, the positive 4 uh, is, is now being transposed back to the left side. And for that, we are going to remember that the difference of two squares are x plus 2 and x minus 2 as factors of x squared minus 4. Thus, for this, our first x will be the positive 2 becomes negative 2, and our second x will becomes positive 2. So our respected values are negative 2 and the positive 2. So our domain will be settable x such that x should not be equal to negative 2 and positive 2. Okay, so next example we have to copy the denominator x squared plus 5x plus 6, then we equate it to 0. And remember that this x squared plus 5x plus 6 uh, can be factored into factors of 6 or 3 and 2 because the sum of 3 and 2 will become 5. So the factors will be x plus 3 and x plus 2 because 3 times 2 will be 6. We will add a positive 3 and a positive 2. It will give us a positive 5. And for that, our first x will become, the positive 3 will become negative 3, and our second x will be negative 2. So therefore, our restricted value are negative 3 and negative 2. So our domain will be set of all x such that x should not be equal to negative 3 and negative 2. Okay, last example. Our denominator is x squared minus 7x minus 18 is equal to 0. The factors of 18 that will gives us a sum of negative 7 are x minus 9 and x plus 2. Okay? Thus, our first x will becomes the negative 9 will be transposed. It will be 9. And our positive 2 becomes negative 2. Thus, our restricted values are 9 and negative 2. Our domain will be set of all x such that x should not be equal to 9 and negative 2. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching, and do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. This has been Teacher Justina, and that in all things God may be glorified. Goodbye, everyone.